Pantry, and today, as you can see, I have a bounty of zucchini. I mean, oh, it's a mound. I haven't weighed all this, I should, but I need to do something with it, and I've got some that I've already sliced up. I've got some that's grated. I'm gonna make a zucchini relish, and this is a hamburger and hot dog relish. I made it once before, a video a long time ago. I promised you guys I would bring it back and revise the video, make it a little bit more entertaining, and it's up to date. So, and I've got a couple people that have already made it this summer that absolutely love it. If you go visit Apron Strings, she does my recipe on her channel, and she loves it. She's done it twice so far, and that's my goal. I'll be making 2 recipes. One recipe uses 12 cups of zucchini. So you're gonna be able to get rid of a lot of the zucchini. This holds up in the canning jars for years. I opened a jar that was 6 years old and it was just like the day I canned it. So I highly recommend this. Now I'm gonna use my Tupperware master grater, and it's easy to put together. It suctions right down onto the counter, and get to cutting some zucchini. I'll bring you in close so you can see how easy this grades up. No power, no heavy, messy, hard to clean food processor. This rinses clean, take it apart. You saw how fast I put it together. Take it apart in seconds and you're done. I'll put my link up below or somewhere. It'll be in the description box if you're interested in one of these. And I will be using my Power Chef by Tupperware to chop up all the other vegetables that go into this relish, as well as a big 32 cup, that's a bowl, because I'm gonna do 2 batches of this relish. So I'm gonna need 24 cups. All right, guys, let's get busy. Okay, as you can see, I've cut up a couple of these zucchini, and I've got the ones that are already cut up. I wanna use all the older stuff first. And literally, you just fill your hopper and start grating. It couldn't be easier. And these are, I mean, doing the pieces like this is a little bit different than putting a big piece down. Oops. But it's gonna grate up all the zucchini and nothing flat. In fact, I'm gonna time myself. It is 5 after 2 in the afternoon, and I'm gonna let you know when I get through this how much I've got, because I'm not only gonna be making this relish, I've got 2 or 3 more zucchini breads that I need to make, and I'll bring you along for some of that. All right, so let's get to grating. Look at that. Isn't that great? I love it. And you can, you know, try to get your zucchini, if you've got any seeds on yours. This variety doesn't generally have too many seeds, but I do shave off, you know, the start of them. And then that way I don't have to worry about it. All right. I think I'm gonna give you some fast forward, and so I can keep your attention. Okay, so you're gonna hear the canner in the background, but I am done. It took me about 10-15 minutes tops. I think it was about 15 minutes when I decided I had enough zucchini. This is 24 cups of zucchini. I also grated another 4 cups for my zucchini bread tomorrow, because that recipe calls for 4 cups. Now, I could go a little less, but I think I'm gonna stick to it. So, now what I've got to do to this, and this is going to be a double batch, this should make 14 pints of hamburger and hot dog relish. I've washed my peppers for, well, that one didn't get all the way clean. For a single recipe, you want 12 cups of the zucchini grated. And I just cheek my peppers, avoid that white pith and the seeds, and that's how easy it is. And if you do get a little pith in there, you can shave that right back out. Don't forget your end. You need the end. as well. And this recipe is like, every time I served it and they knew that I canned it, I got asked for a jar. So it makes a great gift. I think I said that in my garden update. I wish I had bell peppers in my garden, but I didn't have enough room to plant all that. Otherwise, I would have. These were expensive because of all the fires. And I'm just helping the Power Chef. I'm going to use the Tupperware's Power Chef to do all my chopping because it makes short work of it. So I'm going to need two, this is a double recipe. I'm going to need 2 green bell peppers, 4 red bell peppers, and I'm going to do the same thing. Just cheek them down and cut off that end. Sometimes if you cut that end, it gives you a little more stable. Sorry about the canner going in the background, but I'm canning up some meat. Meat and beans are in the canner today. Yum! Put it on the shelf. Make dinner time easy, because now I'm a working girl. Okay, and I'm going to chop this up just like this. I'll show you. And then I need 4 cups of onions. So total, I need 8 cups. I have 2 giant Vidalia onions. If I do not feel like or if I don't get 8 cups out of that, I will go ahead and I will put a red onion or 2 in there. So let's get a peek, see what we have. It's perfect. Okay, now if I can get the lid off, here we go. And yum. So there you go. Throw that in the mix and start on the red, and we'll keep moving along. Let me bring you back when I've got something else to show you other than cutting up veggies. Alright, so you're still going to hear the canner, and I apologize, but so I have 24 cups of zucchini, 8 cups of grated or chopped onion, and I use the Power Chef to chop this, and look how fine that is chopped up, and it's just relish fine. 4 red bell peppers, 2 green bell peppers, and now we're going to get to the mix. You want to salt this, and this has got to sit minimum of overnight. Now I'm going to can this up tomorrow midday, so it's going to be in there a little longer than 12 hours, but that's okay. So we need, for a double recipe, we need 2/3 of a cup, and this is really the only time you'll see me using canning salt. So you want to sprinkle over and toss as you sprinkle. You know, this is to draw all the moisture out of the veggies as they sit. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit of a stir together. And look how pretty it is already. It's one of my favorite relishes. You can use this to make homemade Thousand Island instead of sweet pickles. This has a touch of sweetness to it, but not so much that you would go, oh, I don't like sweet pickles, so I'm not going to like it. Because I am not a sweet pickle fan, but I love this relish because it's more of your hot dog brat type relish. Okay, second, and the reason I'm using canning salt, we don't want any additives, like anti-caking, which this has got some caking going on, but a little bit more. Okay. We're good to go on the canning salt. 2/3 of a cup for this big batch, and that sounds like a lot of salt, but it really isn't. It doesn't taste salty, but it does help get the moisture out. I mean, these will slough down. I've got this in a 32 cup Vatsa bowl. The nice thing is the measurements, how many cups it will hold, is on the bottom, so I was able to just find the right size bowl for my needs. Otherwise I'd have had to guess, and I probably wouldn't have guessed correctly. So, pretty! Oh my gosh, I'm super excited for this. I used my last jar of this a few months back, and I'm like, I can't wait till the zucchini comes on. This is a great way to use up a bunch of your zucchini. If you tend to have hamburgers and hot dogs and brats on a regular basis throughout the year, maybe you'll want to make even more than what I'm making today. But this will get me by for sure, plus family, friends, and gifts. All right. All right, I can tell it's already starting to slough. So I will, before I go to bed tonight, we'll come back in and give it a nice big stir. And but for now, this is going in the refrigerator to help just get all the salt, to get the moisture out, and then that gives you a really crunchy. And even though this simmers for 45 minutes and water baths for 15, it's got the perfect crunch like a relish should. All right, guys, I'll be back when I can show you something else. All right, so as you can see, here's my zucchini, peppers, and onions. So that was 8 cups of onion, 2 red bell peppers per recipe, so it was 4 total, 24 cups of zucchini, 4 red bell peppers, and you can cut this in half. My original recipe is half. I will put that in the description box below so you don't have to worry about all this shenanigans. So for a 12 cup of zucchini recipe, I'll leave it in the description below, and we'll just start adding stuff. So that's what we have in here though, and it's been allowed to slump down now for long enough. So I've got 2 jalapenos, ooh, and these are big. Seeds, membrane, and all. You want the whole thing to add that kick. And trust me, it's not too hot. It's actually, you'd kind of be surprised sometimes. You go, oh, is there pepper in there? But it depends on the heat of the pepper. So I'm gonna do these one at a time. And it's literally, well, gotta get your little doobie-bop on there. And I used the large Power Chef to do all the other veggies, so it was handiwork, very little cleanup when you think about it. Where I hate cleaning a food processor, I don't know about you, but I do not enjoy it one bit. And now I don't have an electric food processor because I don't need it. I don't need that big, heavy, bulky item in my kitchen anymore because I have these. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the lid back on, and I'm gonna make sure it's there, centered, and pull the string. And how much you pull it, oh, that one got stuck. Here, we'll chop him up, is how fine of a chop. Okay, all set. Now I'm gonna get a little spatula that will help me clean all that jalapeno out. I don't want to miss any of that. It smells good. It smells a little spicy, but not bad. So we'll get all this in, and let me now move this out of the way so you get the bird's eye view of what I'm doing. Okay, so jalapeno in here. Now the original recipe calls for 2.5 cups of sugar per batch. Well, I'm doing a double batch, and 5 cups of sugar just seems like an awful lot for what I'm looking at. So I had it to 4. I'm gonna do 4 cups of sugar, and we need 5 cups of vinegar. Now I'm not gonna cut back on that because you do want the vinegar. So let's get 4 in here. I may have to go get another bottle. Oh no, I am. All right, let me go get some more vinegar. Okay, I am back with the appropriate amount of vinegar. So here's 4 cups of vinegar, and this is a thick relish. And my very dear friend Gay over at Apron Strings just did a video doing this not too long ago. I think it was her 39th video she did this recipe, and now she's done it twice because she liked it so well, and it really does make good gifts. And you'd be surprised if you eat brats in the summertime, or well, all year round, you'd be surprised how fast you'll go through this. Okay, so, and it's gonna cook on the stove for 45 minutes. So, at a simmer, just a simmer. All right, so now we're gonna add the dry ingredients, which is dill. I've got 2 tablespoons of dill. 1, and that one was a little heaping, but that's okay. Turmeric, you want dried turmeric, and that gives it its classic color that you see. And I want 2 tablespoons of that. 1. And you want to use, there we go. You want to use plastic, or not, you don't want to use plastic measuring spoons for this because you'll ruin them. The turmeric stains anything it touches. And so, and then we've got nutmeg and horseradish to be mixed. So the horseradish is going to be, just to add a little bit more kick, I'm going to get a different tablespoon here so it'll fit down in the horseradish jar and it's clean. So we need 8 tablespoons of horseradish. Now I get this horseradish in the cold section of my grocery store, and it's delicious. It's hot, it's wonderful. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we'll say 8. I might have been shy on a couple of them, so there you go. All right, 8 of those. And I think we're done except for the nutmeg. And we're gonna get down some nutmeg in here. So I've got fresh nutmeg. You could use dry nutmeg. I mean, I have the, I just like grating it fresh. It just makes such a difference. And it's kind of an odd ingredient, but trust me when I tell you, it works. So, and you want about 2 tablespoons, but I don't think I'm gonna get that much. I think I'll probably just end up with about a tablespoon in here. Watch your fingers, and that looks like just the right amount for me. All right, get that a stir, and we're going on the stove, and I'll take you over there when it comes up to a simmer. But look, it's already taking on that beautiful color that we know and love. All right. So my relish is done, and these jars are hot. I just got them out of the sanitized session, and then I boil them in hot water for 10 minutes. Even though this is going to water bath can for 15 minutes, the FDA says you don't have to do that if it's over 10 minutes, but I still, and we have hot relish going down into the jars, and it's thick. Don't expect it to be thin. You want 1/2 inch of headspace. It's water bath canning, so I go ahead and kind of get all the air bubbles that I can out. But again, it's thick like a relish, so, okay, 1/2 inch of headspace. Let's get this jar, ouch, out of the way. Okay, wipe the rim of your jar. Get a flat, put it on a ring, and into the canner it goes. I've got my Ball Fresh Tech. Look at how beautiful that is. With all the colors. I have my Ball Fresh Tech water bath canner. It's electric over by the sink, so when I go to empty the water, it's an easy process. And my stovetop is free for everything else I need to do today. So this is going in the canner to wait for the rest of the jars, and I will bring you along for the rest of this. Okay guys, it is time. They've been in the water bath for 15 minutes, and then I took the lid off, turned it off, took the lid off, and now they've rested with the lid off for 5 minutes. it made 13 pints plus this little 4-ounce jar that I'll put in the refrigerator, but 13 pints. You know, every vegetable is going to vary how much it slumps down. My peppers were not huge, even though, I mean, I probably could have added another pepper, but ooh, we're already pinging. So this is what I've got going on. And I'm excited to have this on the shelf, and I'll be able to share this with my daughter, and I think that it's time to barbecue some brats. That's what I think. So I'm gonna get these out, and then I'll do these other 3 jars, get those water bath for 15 minutes, and then I don't know if you can see back here, but I have a tomato and zucchini pie in the making, because I've gotta use up this zucchini. So guys, I'll do an end shot of what I've got here, and I'll give you a close-up. And I just want to tell you, ooh, this one's boiling in the jar. So I want to tell you, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you so very much. And if you like these kind of videos, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Hit that bell button so you get notified whenever I upload, and we'll keep bringing you more of this and some more canning coming up later. All right.